Well, good morning, everyone. Those of you who are early risers, you get the special points for being here this morning. This is the 18th edition of the Toronto Global Forum, and I'm very excited to be here with you today. The Forum team has put together a very impressive lineup of speakers, of topics that really get to the heart of our lives right now. Shaping our lives and our livelihoods is what this is all about. City of Toronto is very proud to be a longtime sponsor of this award, this event, and we're thrilled to host the Global Forum, especially now. We're going to have international conversations here, but later today I'm going to pop out to do something very local but very meaningful, and we chose to do it the day that the Toronto Global Forum is kicking off. We're also going to be launching today our own 10-year economic development plan, because we want to prove that when we come to this forum, we gather from it the information we need to do that kind of important work. Forums like this and others held around the world by IEFA are so important because they bring together decision makers, they bring together leaders, and from across the globe, the conversations come together. This is where new partnerships are formed, where major Canadian businesses and international businesses really connect, and where we increase our understanding of one another across sectors, across industries, and across global regions. I would like to give a special thank you to the International Economic Forum of the Americas for their organization in this event. You know you're going to be well taken care of when the IEFA is putting together an event. Particular thanks goes to our founding chairman, Gilles Remillard, the CEO, Nicolas Remillard, and the president of the Toronto Global Forum, our own local forum, Joe Clark. We appreciate all of the hard work these gentlemen do and the vision for making this happen every year. I'd also like to thank all of you for who got up early, but all of the participants throughout the day. Joining us here at the beautiful Fairmont Royal York is very much appreciated by the City of Toronto especially. This year's theme, Scaling for a Sustainable Future, couldn't be more timely. In our perspective, and I hope the global perspective, we're all pushing towards that net zero target, not just here in Toronto, but globally. We know we're all trying to reach that same goal. It's clear that this conversation is critical in our shared future, whether business or just in the lives of ourselves and our families. Over the next 3 days, you'll hear from some of the brightest minds and in both the private and public sectors. That's important that we're both speaking on that wide range of issues, from digital acceleration, energy to sustainability, infrastructure development, global trade, supply chains, healthcare, and more. All of those common features that we all have to meet those goals in. Later today, I'm excited to take part in fireside chat on the economic benefits of critical infrastructure installation. And you'll see, if you open the morning paper, you'll see that development of critical infrastructure is part of our economic development plan. It's not just about helping the businesses directly, but making sure that the infrastructure is underneath them to make that all possible. On Friday, I'll be joining a panel discussion on trade and supply chain. We've got an amazing lineup of experts for conversations like that. Experts who are ready to share their insights with you on key topics throughout the event. And before I forget, I'd also love for you to stop by the Toronto Economic Development Table. Our crack economic development and culture team is here to make sure that any questions that you have about our local strategy that we're unfolding or anything else that can make your stay and the work that you do in Toronto easier, they're more than ready to help you with. They can answer any questions you might need. You want questions on what drives my passion for this city, where to eat, that sort of thing, I'll be around. Finally, I want to thank you for being part of Toronto's Global Forum. I hope you find the discussions enlightening, the networking productive, and your time in our city thoroughly enjoyable. So without further ado, let the forum begin. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Madam Minister, distinguished guests, It's the 18th anniversary, not anniversary, but the 18th edition of the Toronto Global Forum. But more importantly, it's the 30th anniversary of the IEFA that was founded by Gilles Rémiard and Paul Desmarais Sr. From there, as Catherine mentioned, we are in 6 cities in the world: Toronto, Montreal, Paris, Miami, Phoenix, Buenos Aires, and other plans in the very near future. Thank you to our presenting partner, Cogeco. Cogeco has been the presenting partner of the TGF for the last 10 or 12 years, I believe, at least 10 years, Louis. The Cogeco, I'm also a client of Cogeco, so that's very special to be a client and have Cogeco as one of your presenting partners. That being said, welcome to everybody coming from out of town. I hope you will enjoy Toronto. Toronto is a magnificent city. It has a lot to offer culturally. Eat in Toronto, dine in Toronto, shop in Toronto, eventually invest in Toronto. But don't forget other cities around Toronto as well. Niagara is a great place to invest. They got a great announcement, I believe that happened a couple of months ago. So it's a great location to visit. Don't forget about the rest. Ontario, Canada. So please enjoy your conference. This is your conference. And it is my privilege and truly my honor to introduce you and to welcome on stage Jean Beck, the chairman of the board of the TGF. Jean, the stage is yours.
Morning, everybody. Thank you, Nicolas. Minister, Councillor, friends. A warm welcome to the opening of the 18th edition of the Toronto Global Forum. Bienvenue à tous. This 2024 edition of the Toronto Global Forum will be staged under the macro theme, Scaling for a Sustainable Future, with a focus on finance, economy, innovation, infrastructure, energy, agriculture, and trade. Over the past 4 years, the world has struggled with the devastating impacts of COVID-19, and we continue to do so, albeit with the benefits of vaccines that are helping to keep most of us from severe illness. We also continue to face other threats and challenges: the rising tensions in the Middle East, the war in Ukraine, fires and hurricanes at home and around the world, causing catastrophic damage to homes, businesses, and infrastructure, a troubled housing market at home and abroad, and a fiery election in the U.S. All of these topics and more will be explored during this important 3-day meeting of global leaders. The Toronto Global Forum is uniting some of the world's top legislators, politicians, economists, Fortune 500 CEOs, and industry experts. Together, live in person and online, for impactful discussions on the major challenges facing the globe in these unprecedented times. This year's Global Forum will bring together more than 150 speakers and delegates representing around 70 countries. 100 journalists from around the world will be covering this event and its outcomes to their viewers, their readers, and their listeners. It's been my pleasure to serve as chair of the Toronto Global Forum Advisory Board for the past number of years. I think it's 13 years. I've witnessed the TGF's growth and expanding reputation as the most preeminent conference, certainly in North America and maybe around the world. I encourage all of you to actively participate in this year's event. The Toronto Global Forum organizers have built platforms allowing you to have discussions and meet in person at designated meeting rooms with your fellow delegates. If you're looking to expand your business, if you're looking for work, if you have a job opening, let us know. let our public sector partners know, and most importantly, let you fellow delegates know. Finally, I want to provide my sincere gratitude to the Toronto Global Forum Advisory Board and to our partners for their continued support and commitment. In particular, I want to acknowledge the key role of our presenting partner, Cogeco. While the company's financial support is most welcome, we really value the advice and time given by my friends at Cogeco. It's now my pleasure to introduce Frédéric Perron, President and Chief Executive Officer of Cogeco and Cogeco Communications, and ask him to come on stage. Mr. Perron has served as President of Cogeco Connection since September 2020, and during his tenure, he successfully repositioned Cogeco Canadian broadband business by building a high-performing team, step-changing execution, accelerating customer growth, completing 3 important acquisitions, scaling a digital flanker brand, and expanding Cogeco's high-speed networks. Prior to joining Cogeco, Mr. Perron led T-Mobile's consumer business in Poland, held executive roles at Vodafone in the UK and the Czech Republic, and ran customer base management at Rogers Communications. Mr. Perron has a Bachelor of Commerce degree from McGill University, my alma mater, and a master's degree in management from Queen's University. Frédéric?
Thank you so much, Mr. Beck, for the warm welcome, and good morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here on such a beautiful stage, by the way, with beautiful screens. So congratulations to the organizers. It's now my turn to welcome you to the 18th edition of the Toronto Global Forum. We're all here today with the same purpose, which is to learn and to connect and explore new ways to enhance environmental, social, and economic prosperity. That's why Cogeco is so proud to support the event once again this year and to contribute to the development of our common forward thinking. The theme of this year, as you've heard, is scaling for a sustainable future. For Cogeco, scale is not just about size or expansion, it's about innovating and transforming to succeed in the present and the future. Cogeco is pretty unique because we're the only Canadian telecom with a significant presence in both Canada and the US. And thank you, Nicola, for being one of our customers. I suspect many of you are customers as well. And I like to say in forums like this that if you're one of our Ontario customers, for example, and you call our customer service, your phone call will be answered by someone who lives in Ontario and works in Ontario. So we're happy to serve you. Now I have the honor of introducing Minister Anand. And I was only given a couple of minutes, but it's really hard to introduce someone as accomplished in just a couple of minutes, but I'll do my best. Minister Anita Anand is one of the most central figures in the Canadian government, as you know. She was born and raised in Nova Scotia and moved to Ontario in 1985 and has since been such an important community leader through her work as a scholar and as a lawyer and as a researcher. Her academic career has included important roles at Massey College, the Rotman School of Management, the Yale Law School, Queen's University, my alma mater, and Western University. Minister Anand was elected to Parliament as the member for Oakville in the 2019 election and has served in a number of important cabinet positions since then, including Minister of National Defense, Minister of Public Service Procurement. Today, she serves as President of the Treasury Board, which, as you know, oversees all major spending by the Canadian government. And if that was not enough, Prime Minister Trudeau recently assigned her new responsibilities also as Minister of Transport. We look forward to our next discussion and the chance to learn from it together. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a very warm welcome to the Honorable Anita Anand. Thank you.